So now we're going to actually work on our pitch. I'm going to give an example and walkthrough of a template that is from my own pitch so you can see how to do it.
This video is brought to you by Pies Academy.
So let's recap. We are going to pitch, for example, this person, Devin, at the show Like a Boss Radio. Okay, we know his name. First, even before we pitch, we've got to research him a little bit so that our pitch is better. Luckily, we have a website and we know what he wants, right? It's a, it's a lifestyle show, and yeah, I actually have a browser with his website, right? So actually, before I made this lecture, I copied his URL and I came here, and look, it's very easy. He explains exactly what he wants. Business and entrepreneurship is first, dating relationship is second, health and fitness is fourth, third, biohacking and more, I don't know what more is fourth, but generally, I don't know anything about biohacking, but the other three, let's see what I can come up with. Okay, and so here is our pitch that we're going to work from. It's a template that I made, and it's right after this lecture. The next lecture is this template, and after that is the template without all my little suggestions, and you'll see what I mean here. So let's go through the template. So first of all, you want to go, dear, that's how you start your message, right? Dear, we know his name. His name is Devin. Never just say hello or anything like that. Always use his name. I mean, it's like the first way to either give yourself credibility or not, okay? So Devin, or whatever his name might be. Next, this is my sort of template for the pitch. First, you want to establish a little bit of rapport. In his case, he's got no episodes, right? So it's actually really easy. I've checked out instead of your show website, and I feel that I would have something special for your audience, okay? In this case, maybe special is a little bit vague, but it's not bad because you don't want to spend too much here. What you do want to do is stand apart from the people who just randomly email him and have no idea what the show is about and don't even care, right? So you say, I have checked out your website. Already that sets you apart, and you're better than half the other people who completely ignored his name, ignored his website, right? So you're so far doing well. Then you want to really importantly establish credibility and make things really exciting for him, right? And here I give you a lot of choices. This is how I might or you might sort of talk about yourself. And you want to really establish yourself right here. I would say credibility and authority. Like, why are you the person to talk about this, right? And don't worry, even if you're starting out, you can always find something for yourself, because I didn't start out with 1 million app downloads or anything. So now, the way I open, if people are excited about apps, why or why not, I don't know, they are. So a lot of the times, you can see number 2, I open a lot about apps. I'm a mobile app developer, and I made really successful apps, have 1 million downloads, and they help entrepreneurs. And guess what? App entrepreneurship is a huge topic, and my apps help entrepreneurs, and I help 1,000 entrepreneurs, right? And his show wants business guests, right? So this is like ideal. And not everyone has made apps, I understand. Maybe you don't have your own apps, but you always can find some wrinkle, some interesting thing about your background, right? And by the way, if you are having a hard time, this is why post-course discussions, tell me a little bit about your background, yourself, and I'll help you brainstorm what might be the unique thing for you, what might be the unique pitch for you. This is why I'm here. So if you can come up with something catchy, I give some examples here, but if you can't come up with something, message me privately, or message me, or just post a course discussion so other people in the course can see it and also participate and help you. So if you feel stuck here, don't. There are ways that you can get help, personal help from me. Okay, so come up, I give here a few things, right? Sometimes I also open, I'm a 3-time Amazon bestseller, right? And I write on books like Business and Marketing. You can say you're a serial entrepreneur. That's also not bad. You can say, what are you successful in? Are you a successful home business entrepreneur? Are you a successful restaurant business person? Are you successful social media person? What do you have proven track record of? Or what do you love to do? Or what do you study, right? I give here 6 choices, but there's no shortage, right? Think about what you are great in and at least establish your authority in that little thing. It doesn't have to be a huge thing. It can be at least a little thing where you're a big player, okay? Or maybe at least have a lot of passion. Okay. And then you establish your authority, and the next thing you've got to do and give them really interesting options for the kind of show that you would have. For example, there's a little problem with formatting here. I'll fix that. So here's one option. On your show, this is how I would pitch this person with my business. On your show, I can discuss how I made mobile apps that help entrepreneurs plan and start their business and how those apps got 1 million downloads. Boom. Another option. I cannot, and this can be, these are here, they are in one whole block of text, but for you, these are just options. Like this is option 1, and this is a whole new option 2. I can also discuss how my apps turned into a coaching career in which I coached over 1,000 entrepreneurs. That's also exciting. Do you see how I always throw out numbers? Right? As soon as you get to any kind of milestone, because at one point this wasn't 1,000, at one point this was 10,000, which is not a lot, right? I still pitched it that way because even 1,000, okay, at least you're somewhere in the game, okay? So you know what? Sometimes numbers, and the more you're in business, the more your numbers will grow, and they'll be more impressive. But don't be afraid of, at least, numbers, they just make you look a little better, a little bit more credible, a little more authoritative. Even if they're not that big sometimes. Because even 1,000 downloads is actually hard to get for many app entrepreneurs, right? So, okay. Another option, right? So here I talked about apps. Here I talked about the coaching aspect, right? Very different option that I gave this person that potentially can strike an interest in his mind to invite me on the show. Number 3, or I can discuss how I created over 60 online courses with 40,000 actual students in mostly business and marketing. But here's the interesting thing, and here's where research helps, right? But with also 9 health and fitness courses, right? You see how in his show description he talked about health and fitness and how mostly it focuses, number 1, on business and entrepreneurship. Well, guess what? We combine those 2, right? So now we've got 2 of his main requirements covered. So we got with 9 health and fitness courses, since I see that your show also focuses on exercise and health and fitness. So I'll just kind of format it here. So I can discuss some of the ways to profit and get into online business that allow people to make money from exploring their passions. Boom, done. Nice signature, sincerely Alex Gunadinik, and also you want to give links, little signature, give links to your websites, maybe your link to your website, link to your LinkedIn, link to your Twitter. Some people like to also add a link to their phone number because it adds a little bit of credibility, like, hey, I'm not an online spammer, I actually have a real phone number, but some people are private about it. So up to you. You can also add a phone number optionally. But you see how I crafted this pitch? It's not too long, right? Because most of the text here isn't in the actual email. It's actually really a lot less, a very little of this text is actually in the email, but I give you a lot of choices here, and you can go boom, boom, sprinkle all the right elements in, have a really concise and precise pitch that presents something valuable for his audience, and send it off, right? So you don't spend a lot of time on it. You actually can have this pre-made so that you kind of copy and paste and really just change 1 or 2 lines in there, right? So every email you send, you really just change a couple of lines and then send it, and it really takes you almost no time each day. So in the next lecture, I'll have the same thing kind kind of without all my template things. So it would be it will be a purely an example. Okay, this is a template. In the next lecture, I'll have like a pure example with this, and then we'll resume our regular lectures talking about how to send, how to pitch, all that.